There is something fascinating about discovering the beautiful things that make a faith community unique. Sometimes people only hear about religious groups through rumors, arguments, or debates. But when you slow down and really look closely, you begin to notice the admirable values, the inspiring traditions, and the deep sense of purpose that many believers carry with them every day. One Christian denomination that often sparks curiosity is the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Around the world, millions of people belong to this church, and their beliefs shape the way they live, eat, work, rest, and care for others. What many people do not realize is that behind the doctrines and church services are some truly lovely and admirable practices that have influenced communities across the globe. From their dedication to health and education to their strong emphasis on family life and rest, the Adventist lifestyle is built around discipline, compassion, and spiritual reflection. These values are not just ideas written in books. For many members, they are daily habits that shape how they treat their bodies, their neighbors, and even the planet. In this video, we are going to explore 7 lovely facts about Seventh-day Adventists. Some of these facts might surprise you. Others might make you appreciate how deeply their beliefs influence the way they live. So take a moment, relax, and let's explore some of the beautiful things that make this global Christian community so unique. One of the most lovely things about Adventists is their deep respect for rest and balance in life. Members of the Seventh-day Adventist Church observe the Sabbath from Friday sunset to Saturday sunset. During this time, they step away from normal work and daily stress. The Sabbath is meant to be a sacred period dedicated to worship, family, reflection, and acts of kindness. In a world where people are constantly rushing, chasing deadlines, and dealing with pressure, the Adventist Sabbath feels almost revolutionary. Families gather together, phones are put aside, and believers spend time reconnecting with God and with each other. For many Adventists, this weekly pause is one of the most refreshing and meaningful parts of their lives. Another lovely fact about Seventh-day Adventists is their strong commitment to health and healthy living. Adventists are widely known for encouraging members to avoid harmful substances like alcohol and tobacco. Many also choose to follow plant-based diets because they believe the human body should be cared for as a gift from God. This lifestyle has attracted a lot of attention from researchers and health experts. In fact, studies of Adventist communities have shown that many members tend to live longer and healthier lives than average. Their focus on exercise, nutrition, and moderation has turned their faith into a powerful example of how spiritual values can influence physical well-being. Education is another area where Adventists shine. The Seventh-day Adventist Church operates one of the largest Protestant education systems in the world. From elementary schools to universities, Adventist institutions exist in many countries, providing education to millions of students. These schools are not just about academic knowledge. They often combine learning with moral guidance, character development, and spiritual growth. Students are encouraged to think deeply, serve their communities, and develop compassion for others. Another beautiful aspect of the Adventist community is their global humanitarian work. The church runs a well-known charity organization called Adventist Development and Relief Agency, often known as ADRA. This organization works in many countries, providing disaster relief, education programs, food assistance, and medical aid. Whether responding to earthquakes, floods, or humanitarian crises, ADRA volunteers and workers often appear quietly in places where people need help the most. For many Adventists, serving others is not optional. It is a core expression of their faith. Music and worship also play an important role in Adventist culture. Many churches have vibrant choirs, musical groups, and youth programs that encourage creativity and spiritual expression. Singing together is not just entertainment, it is a way of bringing people together in joy and unity. Another lovely thing about Adventists is their strong sense of global family.
Because the church exists in almost every region of the world, Adventists often feel an instant connection when they meet someone from the same faith, even if they come from different countries or cultures. An Adventist from Africa can visit a church in Europe, Asia, or America and immediately feel at home. The structure of the church, the Sabbath worship style, and the shared beliefs create a sense of unity that crosses national boundaries. Family life is also highly valued among Adventists. Many church programs are designed to strengthen marriages, encourage parenting skills, and support children as they grow. Families often worship together, pray together, and participate in church activities as a unit. For many members, the church becomes an extended family. People celebrate together, support each other during difficult times, and help one another grow spiritually. This strong community bond is one of the reasons many Adventists remain deeply committed to their faith. Another inspiring fact about the Adventist movement is its historical roots. The church officially formed in the 19th century with key influences from figures such as Ellen G. White. Her writings encouraged believers to focus on health, education, spiritual discipline, and preparation for the future. Her influence helped shape many of the practices that Adventists continue to follow today, including their strong emphasis on healthy living and holistic education. Perhaps one of the most beautiful aspects of Adventism is the idea of hope. Adventists believe strongly in the promise that one day the world will be restored and suffering will end. This belief shapes the way they view life's challenges. Rather than seeing the future with fear, many Adventists see it with expectation. Their faith encourages them to live responsibly today while looking forward to a better tomorrow. This sense of hope often inspires members to live meaningful lives filled with service, discipline, and compassion. For them, faith is not only about personal salvation, it is also about making the world a better place while they wait for the future they believe God has promised. When you step back and look at these 7 lovely facts, a clear picture begins to emerge. The Adventist lifestyle is built around rest, health, education, service, family, unity, and hope. These values shape how millions of people across the globe choose to live each day. Of course, like any religious community, Adventists are not perfect, but the principles they promote have created a culture that encourages discipline, kindness, and responsibility towards others. And in a world that often feels chaotic and divided, those values can be incredibly refreshing. So the next time you hear about Seventh-day Adventists, remember that behind the name is a global community striving to live healthier lives, serve humanity, and keep their faith alive in practical ways. And sometimes, learning about the beautiful things in different faith traditions reminds us that there is always something meaningful we can appreciate about the beliefs of others. Thank you for spending this time exploring these lovely facts. If you enjoyed this journey of discovery, stay curious and keep learning about the many fascinating traditions that exist around the world. Until next time, take care of yourself, keep your mind open, and stay inspired.